welcome to the best episodes of Credit 101. This is episode 4. Now, don't forget, we have 206 episodes of Credit 101. In these different episodes, I'm doing 30 of them total. I'm just talking about the best episodes, and I actually provided a lot of downloadables for you all. So, as you can see here, I have a huge stack of downloads because I downloaded every document that I created. So you can see here, it's a lot of downloadables here. And for this episode, we do have a guide. So I want to go over the guide. If you guys are already in the course, perfect. You're watching this, you can go ahead and download the guide down below. And I have more details the um, in the course for you all. So just go ahead and read that. It'll teach you more about that guide. But if you guys don't have the course yet, go ahead and get the course down below. I have the link in the description and in the comments. But with this episode, basically, we're just talking about credit scores and what they're made up of. You know, what's the different percentages. So we're going to go over the one that's the most at 35%. We're going to go over that. But again, it's 5 of them total. So 5 of them. We're only going over 1 of them. If you guys are in a course, go ahead and finish reading that document, and you guys will have greater details on basically what is your credit score made of. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys should know this already. And then you guys can always go over to episode 11 of Credit 101 and get even more details too about this episode. So let's go ahead and check out this document. So this is the guide that you guys are going to get. And I'm not going to scroll down. We're going to just go over number 1, but it's just the guide. So our credit score is determined by several factors, you guys, and they have different levels of importance. So we're going to talk about how these different factors are going to influence your credit. And then knowing this is going to help you make better financial decisions and improve your credit score. You guys need to know these different things. So the first thing is our payment history. I cannot explain this enough. We have to make sure that we don't have any late payments on our credit reports. Late payments mean that you're irresponsible, period. That's what it means. And that's why it's 35% of your credit score. So if you just make sure that you have your stuff on auto pay, you're not going to have late payments at all. Your payment history is going to be fine. So your payment history show how reliable you are with paying your bills. And this includes payments on your credit cards, your loan, mortgages, and any other debt. That's reporting to the credit bureau. Emphasis on that's reporting to the credit bureau. If it's not reporting to the credit bureau, we're not even thinking about that because it's not even affected our credit score. We care about what's actually being reported to the credit bureaus. So this is and let me say this. Let me say this. Let me go back. I want to say this too. The only reason why I say this, if it's not reported, is because I had the bad habit of saying, you know what, I don't have to pay my energy bill this month. I could just wait, let it go by, and I could just pay it next month because they're not going to report to the credit bureau. They only going to report it if it's an actual collection, and it's just not a good thing to do. But that don't report to the credit bureau, so technically that would be one of the later bills that you would pay in terms of trying to protect your credit. So we care about things that's actually reporting to the credit bureau. So this is our most important factor of our credit score. Late or missed payments negatively impact our credit scores. So things that you can do to improve this is pay all of your bills on time every time. And to make sure that you guys are doing this, all you have to do is just set it all up on auto payment or do reminders. I put all of my bills, let me tell you, this is really one of the most important ones, because I seen somebody get a late payment off a $5 credit card bill, and it's like, oh, I just forgot. And I'm like, I know y'all not gonna, put a late payment on there for $5, and they did. Okay. And it was bad. So that's why I like to put emphasis on here. But what I like to do is I put all of my credit cards on auto pay for the minimum payment. So no matter what, that minimum payment is going to get paid. Because as long as you're paying a minimum payment, they cannot report you late. And they cannot report you late until you're 30 days late. So I put them all on a minimum payment. I go in to make sure that they took the minimum payment, because I sometimes do it a few days ahead of time. So say if my bill due on the 7th, I'll do my automatic payment. I'll do it probably 4 days ahead of time on the 3rd or something like that. But I'll go back in the next day, so on the 4th, and just make sure that minimum payment came out. Because again, these auto pays, they're gonna do it for the month ahead. So I'll go back in on the 4th and see, okay, y'all took the minimum amount, and then I'll say, okay, what's my statement balance when it come down to credit cards? What's my statement balance? Because not only do I not want y'all to report me late to the credit bureaus, but I don't want to pay any interest. So I figure out what's my statement balance. They say, hey, your statement balance $436. Okay, I gotta pay $436. I know my minimum payment was only $59 or whatever it was, but I'll go ahead and pay that for something so that they do not charge me any interest. If you guys are leaving a balance, a statement balance, you're not paying out the full statement balance every month, they'll charge you interest. And when I look at that, especially looking in stocks and stuff like that, and going over this with like my children, how much money you could have invested. Imagine if it was the other way around. Like, instead of you paying $30 in interest this month or $10 in interest, what if you was able to invest that? How much that would grow? And I did read a book, and it is over here. The book that I read, I thought it was over here. um Oh, well, yeah, it is over here. The compound effect. The compound effect, it says in that book, it says, imagine before you spend money, so the $10, before you spend that $10 or the $30 on that credit card bill, imagine it being worth 5 times more in the future if you would invest it. So that $10 in interest can actually grow to $50 if you think about it in the future. And we just saying, depends on how you invest it, but it's yours, So do not pay any interest. Once I found out about this, I was like, I gotta figure this out. And that's when I learned how to rotate my credit cards. And just look at my other videos if you guys have questions about rotating credit cards, or leave me comments, because I'm going to go back in and make even more videos, or even talk about it live too, and I can show you what I mean. But let me give you a quick example on rotating credit cards, because you guys might need it. Rotating credit cards is basically this. Say if Let me give you a real good example. Okay, so I have to pay my son's daycare fee today. And I'm to the point where I'm putting all of my money towards a certain thing I'm paying off. I'm paying off something right now. So all my cash needs to go towards there. I need to put as much money there as I can, because I get charged interest on it. Like, basically my car. I need to put all my money on my car. So this is what I'm doing in a sense. I see which credit card just reported to the credit bureau, and then I'll put the daycare charge on there. And it's only I just basically put that charge on there. And then, since I'm paying off my statement balance, I think about it like this. Say if my credit card just reported to the credit bureaus, that means any charges that I put on it right now is not going to be due for 2 whole months. So I'm going to pay that. I'm going to pay it. I'm not going to get charged any interest, but the actual cash that I have, I can put that on my statement balances that I have right now. And I can also put that money on my debt, which is charging me interest. So that's what I mean by rotating credit cards. And I'll just see which credit card just reported. So say if 2 weeks from now, say if just say I put that on my Navy Federal or whatever. Let's just say that I put that on my Navy Federal, but now I have my Apple credit card that just reported to the credit bureau. We're a few weeks later, I'm going to put it on the Apple, because that actually give me even more time, because we got the 2 weeks plus we got the 2 months, because we got the 2 weeks plus we got the 2 months. If I would have put on that other credit card, my Navy Federal, that would have been reporting technically in a month and a half now, because the time has passed. So I see which credit card just reported. I say, hey, I'm putting it on there, and then I want to see if I'm going to get rewards, and that's only if you paying off certain debts. But that's what I think about with rotating credit cards, and some people will do this for their utilization. But that's enough of me yapping on and on. Let's kind of get over to this last one, and then you guys download that document down below. So if you guys already have the membership, and if you don't have the membership, go ahead and get the membership. It's very, very reasonable too, especially with everything that you have in there. So if you have missed payments, focus on making all future payments on time to rebuild your credit. But I also have on my website, Rickita.com, you guys will also be able to, or Rickita.com, and in a course too, I have free dispute letters for your inquiry. So you guys can get the inquiry dispute letter within the course, and you can get on my website, Rickita.com. But that is the best episode 4 of Credit 101, and it's actually episode 11 of Credit 101. So go ahead and get those downloaded, and I'll see you guys in the next one.